I was the city manager in Tip City. I'd been there since '84. I was called by the city of Centerville, must have been about March or April of '92, to see if I would be interested in applying for the position. They were getting ready to embark upon a major project in the community, and they wanted to do a fairly expeditious search, and they were putting together a short list of about 5 people in the region they wanted to interview, and I was one of them if I was so inclined, and decided to go ahead and talk to Centerville. Ended up getting the job within about 30 days and put a for sale sign in the yard of the home we just moved into. We moved into the Pleasant Hill plat, which was a plat largely developed in the '60s. It was close to downtown. I've got the longest commute to work I've ever had in my life, 1.8 miles. And great place for our kids. First house we looked at several, came back and bought the first one, and kids were able to walk to school, walk to elementary school, walk to middle school, walk up over the high school, up over the hill to high school. Post office downtown is all within a few blocks. Neighborhood swim club, Bill's Donuts, everything you would need was within a close walk. Being in city management is probably similar to many of the other professions, where oftentimes you will live and work in an area for perhaps 4 or 5 years and then move on to another position. I probably would have anticipated that back in the early '90s, but I think this community really provided everything that we needed from a standpoint of employment for my wife and educational opportunities as she finished graduate school here, and a quality education program for our kids, and many other activities for our family. So we really found everything that we needed in Centerville, and we're very pleased to have continued to live here for as many years as we have. Our city logo has always stated progress and stability, and I think that really summarizes our community very well. I think it's progressive in many ways. It's also been a very stable community, financially stable, fiscally conservative, and I think a very stable, safe community for people to raise their families. So I think for people who are not familiar with the Dayton region and specifically with Centerville, I think they're very surprised when they make that initial visit of what our community has to offer.